Have you ever stopped to wonder what your body is trying to tell you, gently, softly, without shouting? The truth is, some of the strongest signs that you're aging healthily don't show up in medical tests. They show up in small things. How you recover from a minor cut, how easily you carry a grocery bag, or how clearly you remember a conversation from yesterday. These are not just coincidences. They are whispers from your body, telling you, hey, I'm still strong. I'm still here. I'm doing better than you think. In this video, we will explore 5 often overlooked signs that you're on the right track. Small but powerful clues that show your body is aging with grace, resilience, and vitality. Sometimes when you ask yourself how well you're really doing, take a deep breath, relax, and listen carefully, because your body is speaking. And today it might just say, you're healthier than you think. If this is something you'd like to explore with us, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you're always in the loop when we have new health insights for you. Your support helps us continue to create thoughtful content just for you. 1. You can stand up from a chair without using your hands. Let's start with something most of us do dozens of times a day, getting up from a chair. It seems simple, almost automatic. But did you know that the ability to stand up from a seated position without using your hands is one of the strongest indicators of healthy aging? It may seem like a small detail, but it reveals a lot about your overall physical condition, strength, balance, coordination, and even your potential for a longer life. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass and joint flexibility. This process, called sarcopenia, can start in your 30s and accelerate after 60. One of the earliest signs is difficulty with movements that once felt easy, like standing up from a seated position. Getting up from a chair without using your hands isn't just about leg strength. It's about the coordination of muscles and systems working together. Quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, lower back, core muscles, and even your brain's movement control centers. When you can still perform this motion smoothly, it's a quiet but powerful sign that your body is functioning well at many levels. According to a study published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology, older adults who can sit down and stand up from the floor without using their hands have a significantly lower mortality rate. While that study focused on floor movements, the same principle applies to standing up from a chair. It's a basic test that reveals what doctors call functional fitness, the ability of your body to perform daily activities independently. Think about this. When you lose the ability to stand up from a chair, you enter a phase of reduced mobility, less independence, and may even need the help of others. Eleanor, who lives in Arizona, is 76, active, and still volunteers at her local library. A year ago, she noticed that she was starting to push herself up from chairs using tables or armrests. At first, she didn't think much of it, but one day at her granddaughter's performance, she found herself struggling to get up from a folding chair in the school gym. That moment was a wake-up call. She started doing simple leg-strengthening exercises, like wall sits and chair squats at home. Within 3 months, she no longer needed to use her hands to stand up. More importantly, she felt more confident, stable, and independent in her daily life. It's easy to overlook simple movements like standing up from a chair, but these small signs are how your body talks to you. It's not about running marathons or lifting weights. It's about maintaining the ability to live life on your terms. And if you can still stand up with strength and balance, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. 2. You can recall recent conversations. What it really means for your health. Have you ever had a conversation with a friend, then hours or even days later, find yourself easily recalling the details, their words, what they look like, and what you talked about? If so, take a moment to appreciate that ability, because the truth is, simply being able to recall recent conversations is one of the strongest signs that your brain and overall health are aging well. In this section, we'll explore why this is more important than you might think, what it says about your brain and body, and how you can protect this ability for years to come. We'll also look at real-life examples, how to easily test your cognitive sharpness at home, and habits that help preserve your memory. Memory is more than just remembering names or not losing your keys. It's about how well your brain processes, stores, and retrieves information. And that process reflects the health of your entire nervous system. When you can clearly recall recent conversations, it means your brain is efficiently taking in and organizing new information. Blood flow and oxygen levels to your brain are likely strong. Your neurons, those tiny messengers in your brain, are active and connecting well. You are mentally present and focused in daily life. All of these are clear signs that your brain is not just working, it's thriving. Why this matters, especially for older adults. As we age, we often notice small lapses in memory, forgetting where you placed something, why you walked into a room, or mixing up days of the week. These small mistakes are usually harmless, but being able to recall recent conversations, especially recent ones, shows that your brain is still easily handling complex tasks. Here's why that's important. Short-term memory is often one of the first things to decline in many cognitive conditions. The ability to recall details from a conversation shows that your hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory, is still functioning well. It also reflects your brain's ability to focus, pay attention, and process information quickly, all of which tend to slow down with age in unhealthy brains. Paul, a retired teacher who enjoys meeting friends for coffee, says that one of the ways he knows he's still sharp is when people are surprised by how well he remembers what they said weeks ago. I remember my neighbor telling me that her granddaughter would be going to college in the fall, Paul says. The next time I saw her, I asked how the move was going. She looked at me as if I were a psychic. What Paul is demonstrating, without even realizing it, is active listening, social awareness, memory retention, emotional intelligence. All signs of good mental health and overall well-being. If you can remember conversations, keep track of appointments, and stay mentally sharp, you're doing much better than many people half your age. That's a powerful sign that your brain is healthy, your habits are healthy, and you're on the right track to a longer, more independent life. 3, your skin heals quickly after small cuts. Imagine this. You accidentally cut your finger while chopping vegetables. It hurts a little for a while, but after a few days you notice the wound is closed. By the end of the week, there's barely any trace left. For many people, this seems like a minor mishap. But if your body heals quickly after small cuts, it's actually a strong sign of good health, especially as you age. As we age, our body's ability to repair itself can slow down. But if your skin still heals quickly from minor wounds, it's telling you something important. Your immune system is strong, your blood circulation is effective, and your cells are working together like a well-lubricated machine. In this section, we'll explore what fast healing really says about your body, how it relates to longevity, and what you can do to keep this hidden superpower thriving. Why healing speed matters more than you think. Recovering quickly from a wound may seem like a small thing, but it's actually just the tip of a much larger iceberg. Your skin is your body's first line of defense, a vital organ that not only protects the internal systems, but also reflects how well they're functioning. The healing process involves a complex series of biological steps that require coordination from multiple systems. Your circulatory system delivers nutrients and oxygen to the injury site. Your immune system fights bacteria and clears away damaged cells. Your skin cells regenerate and connect new tissue. Your metabolism supports energy-demanding processes necessary for healing. If this system is running smoothly, a minor scrape or cut will heal quickly. But if your body is struggling due to poor circulation, chronic inflammation, nutrient deficiencies, or underlying illnesses, the wound may drag on, become infected, or take weeks to heal. That's why doctors often consider the speed of wound healing a quiet clue to your internal health. Gloria, 76 years old, leads an active lifestyle. She walks every morning, cooks for herself, and enjoys gardening. One afternoon while trimming a rose bush, she got a small scratch on her forearm. She cleaned it, bandaged it, and forgot about it. By day 3, the redness had disappeared. By the end of the week, the wound had completely healed. Now compare this to her neighbor Harold, 74 years old. Harold has high blood sugar and doesn't move much. He also got a similar scratch while working in the yard, but it stayed red, swollen, and painful for over a week. Eventually, he had to see a doctor. What's the difference? Gloria's body is functioning efficiently. Her healing response is strong because of good blood circulation, a sharp immune system, and skin that's capable of repairing itself. On the other hand, Harold's underlying issues are causing delays. This comparison might seem simple, but it emphasizes that healing time is not just about your skin, it's about your overall health. Your body has its own way of communicating, and the speed of healing is one of its most subtle but powerful messages. If your cuts and scrapes still close up quickly, it's a quiet but clear signal that your body is working in harmony. Your immune system is active, your circulation is flowing, and your skin is still fresh. In a world where we often seek high-tech solutions and flashy gadgets to measure our health, it's easy to overlook what our bodies are trying to tell us. But these small signs, how we move, breathe, sleep, and yes, heal, are the most authentic indicators of how well we're aging. So the next time you get a scratch or a small cut, pay attention. It could be telling you that you're doing better than you think. 4. You have regular bathroom habits. Why this is a quiet but powerful sign of good health. In fact, having regular and predictable bathroom habits, both when you urinate and defecate, can be one of the strongest signs that your body's operating normally. If you regularly go to the bathroom, feel no pain or discomfort, and often feel empty after using the restroom, congratulations, your body is sending you a clear message. I'm balanced, I'm working well. Going to the bathroom may seem like a simple biological process, but in reality, it's a complex coordination of several systems. Your digestive system processes the food and water you take in. Your nervous system signals the urge and coordinates muscle function. Your urinary tract filters waste through your kidneys and bladder. Your hydration levels, diet, mobility, and even mental health all affect your elimination habits. In other words, when you defecate and urinate regularly and comfortably, it means many organs and systems are working in harmony. Most health experts agree that going to the bathroom once a day is a healthy habit for many people, although going every other day or 3 times a day is also normal, depending on one's metabolism and diet. If your body processes food effectively and absorbs nutrients properly, waste elimination will be predictable and manageable. Abnormalities like chronic constipation or sudden diarrhea may signal poor diet, lack of fiber, too much fat or sugar, dehydration, sluggish bowel movements, medication side effects, stress or anxiety, underlying conditions like hypothyroidism or even colorectal cancer. A regular schedule tells you that your gut-brain axis, the communication between your digestive system and brain, is functioning well. This axis is now known to be crucial not just for digestion, but for mental health, immune regulation, and even memory. What about urination? Just like bowel movements, urination is an important bodily function that tells us a lot about our health. A healthy person typically urinates 6 to 8 times a day, though this can vary based on water intake, medications, and age. Your kidneys work as natural filters, removing waste from the blood and balancing electrolytes. If you urinate frequently and comfortably, it means you're staying hydrated, your kidneys are functioning well, your bladder and urinary tract are healthy. On the other hand, if you rarely feel the urge to urinate, or feel the need but can't, or if your stool feels burning or leaks, it may signal urinary tract infection, UTI, prostate issues for men, bladder dysfunction or overactive bladder, kidney issues, diabetes or high blood sugar. So if you continue urinating on a regular schedule without discomfort or urgency, your body is quietly telling you, I'm operating normally. 5. Your nails and hair grow consistently. When people think of signs of good health, they often focus on blood pressure, cholesterol, or weight. But did you know your hair and nails are like silent messengers from your body? If your nails grow regularly and your hair remains healthy and continues to grow, it's not just vanity. It's a sign that your body is functioning well inside and out. Hair and nails are made of a protein called keratin. For them to grow evenly, your body must supply the necessary nutrients, maintain good blood circulation, and keep hormones and metabolism in balance. That's why slow or brittle growth often indicates underlying issues, while steady, healthy growth can signal overall vitality. Hair grows from follicles deep in your scalp. On average, hair grows about half an inch, 1.25 centimeters per month. For this to happen, your body needs good blood and oxygen supply to nourish the hair follicles, sufficient vitamins and minerals like biotin, iron, and vitamin D, proper hormonal balance, especially thyroid hormones, estrogen, and testosterone. Low levels of chronic inflammation or stress nails typically grow about 3.5 millimeters per month. Nail growth also requires good blood flow, nutrition, and protein metabolism. Conditions like anemia, thyroid disease, or malnutrition often first manifest as changes in your nails, such as ridges, discoloration, or brittleness. If your nails are smooth, pink, and growing consistently, even if slowly, it's a great sign that your overall health is on track. Consistent growth suggests your cardiovascular system is working well. Your blood is efficiently delivering nutrients and oxygen throughout your body, including the tiny capillaries serving your scalp and fingertips. Hormonal changes, especially related to thyroid function or menopause, often affect hair and nails. If your nails remain smooth and your hair doesn't thin rapidly, your hormones might be aging gracefully along with the rest of your body. While this video focuses on positive signs, it's important to recognize changes that could indicate a problem. Vertical ridges on nails can be a normal part of aging, but deep grooves, discoloration, or lifting nails could signal something more serious. Thinning or sudden hair loss could be a sign of hormonal imbalance, thyroid dysfunction, or even a reaction to medication. Nails that chip or are brittle may be linked to dehydration or biotin deficiency or exposure to harsh chemicals. The key is, if your nails and hair are growing normally but suddenly change, it might be time to talk to your doctor. David, 72, had neglected his nail health until he noticed they became dry and brittle. After seeing a doctor, he realized a recent change in his diet, cutting out red meat and some vegetables, had led to iron deficiency. After adjusting his diet and drinking more water, his nails returned to normal after about 2 months. Interestingly, his energy also bounced back. Such small changes reflect larger shifts in health that often go unnoticed. Your nails and hair may seem like small parts of your body, but they are windows into your internal health. If they're growing consistently, it's usually a sign that your heart is healthy and circulation is good. Your digestive system is functioning efficiently. You're getting the nutrients and oxygen you need. Your hormones are relatively balanced. Perhaps you're doing things right when it comes to self-care and longevity. So the next time you trim your nails or comb your hair, don't just see it as grooming. See it as a gentle but powerful reminder that your body's still growing. How many of these small signs have you noticed in yourself? If just a few, that's something to celebrate. It means your body is still working with you, still protecting you, still growing in ways that truly matter. It's okay if not everything is perfect, because the beauty of these small signs is that they can thrive even more over time, with care, awareness, and just a little daily effort. It's about maintaining connection with your body, your mind, and your joy. Remember, aging well isn't about being perfect. It's about staying connected with your body, your mind, and your joy. Every healthy choice you make, every time you listen to what your body needs, that's one step closer to a longer, more independent, and fulfilling life. So the next time you easily carry a grocery bag, remember a conversation, or feel comfortable waking up, stop, smile. That's your body saying you're doing really well. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications by clicking the small bell so you don't miss more helpful information tailored just for you. We're glad you're here with us.